Praise and power, everyone. Welcome to a moment of harmony. This is not just any moment, it is our 200th moment, and it is our second go at our 200th moment. So, if you were here yesterday, we are so grateful for you coming back in today, making sure that we get it all what we need it to be. There's so much going on in the atmosphere, but we are not going to be going in. We are relentless at this effort of creating what it is that we need for ourselves and what we know many of you have come here today to exchange with us. I have three extraordinary women on my episode today, my 200th moment, entitled A Majestic Moment, in honor of my big brother, Majestic Swift. And we are talking today all about being majestic in your life. We're talking all about overcoming the obstacles. We're talking about this beautiful thing called life and how we stay beautiful and regal within it. These women are some of the dopest women that I know. These are the wombs of my life. This is the tree from which I have sprouted. And I am so excited to have them today and for us to go ahead and smash it. We're just going to smash this show today because so much has come up against us. But 1026 it is. That's why it's better to be in alignment than to try to create a brand new assignment. Okay. So I'm super happy that we're here and we are going to be take a universal flow and creating what is needed. So again, thank you. Welcome to all of you. Thank you to my family for just thugging it out. We were on the front lines today, and I'm so excited that I'm on the front lines with you all. All of my exchangers, 200 moments. Y'all been rocking with me for 200 moments. That is no small feat. That is no small love. I am super duper grateful. And together we're going to change the world. Okay. We're going to change this whole world because of all of you that tune in every week for your moment and make sure that the moments continue to take on a momentum. They continue to grow and the whole world has a moment of harmony. Now, as we get all up into who is with me today and the beautiful women here on the show, I want to just first come out and just give a little bit of back drop to what is going on. So pause. We are in the middle of a manifestation moment series. We have paused for the 200th episode. This is a celebratory series. We will have question and answer. We will have giveaways. This is going to be an entire experience today, and we're all here for it. We are again going in on my big brother, Majestic. My big brother, a part of my 100th series. All of my things were on. My mother is new to the show. Everyone else is being reintroduced. We did an interview. Me and mother did do an interview on my show, but she's new in the whole, all of us on the same screen together. The last episode was my siblings. We had a victorious moment and we celebrated my baby brother victorious and just went back on being victorious and trying. Majestic was a part of that episode. His stream was so jacked that he could not be consistent. He was the only one in the stream where it kept going in and out. We couldn't hear him. It was a nightmare. Well, now we truly are here with a nightmare because it is only the women, it is only the sisters, it is only the mothers. But then Jesse is going to still be present today. So we will be repping, we will be upholding, we will be remembering, we will be having a majestic moment, y'all. And I want to just give a big shout out to my brother and my brothers, but definitely a possibility of this day and us being able to make a difference in other magnificent, extraordinary women's lives who are trying to find a way to get back to themselves, who are looking for a way to get up after something so traumatic or something so big has taken place, or many somethings have taken place in their lives. Again, like I said, this is not our first sibling and my mother's first child to transition. Today, we are ready and so putting forward all that we are in order to not only heal and elevate ourselves, but going out of our way to heal and elevate you. Majestic is and was a rock star, and this is going to be a rock star moment. To start out this rock star moment, I'm going to introduce the head of the tree herself, my beautiful, extraordinary queen mother. Again, like I say, for everyone that thinks this star shines bright, any of these beautiful stars shine bright. We are a constellation, and if we are a constellation, her womb definitely the universe of greatness. She is gold. She is amazing. She is resilient, and she is here in the face. These brothers that we are honoring grew inside of her body. nursed off of her and were raised by her love and her light. And we are so blessed that she is still standing. She is still extraordinary. Shout out to Big Slim. And that we and I just want to go ahead and Slim is on, so I'm just gonna make sure I put him on. And much, much love. So introducing my mother.
Thank you, Queen. I am Victory Swift Janyame. I am the matriarch of the 7 victories and Victory 7. Harmony, that was amazing. Thank you. I am honored and humbled. Um, I am so grateful to be a part of this. I am ecstatic that I'm online with my 3 queens. um, I'm very grateful and very humbled. Thank you.
Thank you, mother. We're so this is gonna be a we are going to, and I know like we had a couple of meetings to get ready for this episode. And I would always tell them, like, I know you don't stream every day, and sometimes it's just like, hey, I'm going to do this for my brothers, I'm doing this for my sisters. But what I have learned over the years of a moment of harmony is like, the power that you possess and the beauty that we have, and collectively what we have going on, what we are able to do for the frequency and the vibration of our people, of women that look like us, coming up out of things they don't think that they can get out of. So I just want to again commend you, mother, and shout you out, because even being here, speaking on, giving love in the times that we are, there was so much that was said yesterday, and then we're starting over. But I did mention yesterday how Majestic's transition was 6 months ago. That was not even long ago at all. But here my mother is, with her heart, with her honor, with her words, with her daughters, to be an example of that type of power, that type of resilience. And I'm just honored, mother. Super, super duper honored towards you. The next person that I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going right. Actually, I'm going to just go in order. Last time I went under me, but we're going to do the big sister. Super extraordinary. Again, most of what I am came from watching this chick on a regular basis. If not, I'm going to try not, because there's a lot of women in my life. Try not to get a whole thing, but a lot of it came from wanting to be just like this lady. And then this lady was very adamant. I'm trying not to tear up. Oh, goodness, girl. This lady was very adamant that being Harmony is who I should be. She is a very good person. Every time I wanted to be like her, to be like you, because you're great, you rock. Writing and letting me know, affirming me, teaching me. Whew. Resilience personified, beauty, extravagance, extraordinaire. My unbelievably incredible big sister, jack of all trades, the big sister, Heavenly.
I love you. I love you. I love you. That. I'm speechless. I am, because it's like I said yesterday. It was easy for me. It was easy for me. Y'all were my first babies. Y'all were my first reason. I can't elaborate on that. Just reason for being, reason for existing. Majestic was definitely my first reason, because I went from come get the baby to, with Victoria's, if you still breastfeeding him, I'm not breastfeeding my baby. So we went from the whole gambit of just emotions, to just being a big sister and, just loving on people that shared a room with me and share my heart, share my love, and share my thoughts and my prayers, my very existence. My daughters wouldn't be who they are if I did not first learn how to be who I am for y'all. Like y'all are the ones that molded me into being this powerhouse, and it just was by rote by the time Queen and Empress came along. So I thank you. You guys saved me more than I ever saved you.
Y'all, just gonna turn into an Oprah show today. We didn't get
nothing. You're not.
We've been through a lot. on and popping. I was not ready for all of it, but I am here for all of it. And thank you so much, Have. Thank you for that. I cannot wait to open us all up today and all that we are. Last but certainly not least, my road dog. This is my ace boon coon. Bass together, Barbies together, whoopings together, the whole 9 yards. She is not the baby of the family, but she is the youngest female of the family, making her the baby sister. Extraordinarily, beautifully strong. To be the baby, she is very powerful. She becomes very much a glue for all of us to be recentered and back in. We go from teaching her to learning from her. And where did she go? Don't start nothing today.
Don't start nothing today, bitch.
Start nothing with us today. Okay, so hopefully church comes back on, and what I know is I better be able to hear her when she comes back. We back in a second. Yeah, we just got started. So, we went on a myriad of streaming resolutions over the night, throughout the day, and there's a lot of scamming going on because of the amount of streaming that's happening. Hey, church, say something. Say something. Please say something.
Yeah, girl, I'm back. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo!
If you see something, say something. Okay. All right. Yeah, about to start. I said, don't wear your hair out because what if you start sweating? It was about to start. So I was just letting everybody know how we've been fighting for a good streaming app that wasn't going to scam us. It wasn't trying to use things that we weren't trying to give. Okay. And here we are. We're back. Okay. I'm going to finish up the introduction for the baby sister, extraordinary, incredible baby sister of ours, super powerhouse, super nurturing spirit. She will bring us back to what feelings look like. Person. This is walking, talking feelings all the time. And it looks like she's freezing up a little bit. But church, if you get a chance to come back to life, Elsa, we are we're ready for your introduction. Welcome to my beautiful baby sister, Cherish.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you going in and out a little bit.
Good morning, sugar. Thank you for having me. This wonderful honor.
Hear
It's
me?
not working.
So look, just hold on 1 second, right? Give it 1 second because there is a freezing thing going on with you, and and you're gone. I wonder if it's because she's on a laptop. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the rest of us. That might let us know if it's because are you guys on your phone or mother? Are you on a laptop?
I'm on my phone.
I'm on my phone too.
Right.
Mother's on the phone. I couldn't hear you, mother. This is not
I'm on
happening.
the phone. I'm on
I
my
couldn't
phone.
hear you again. Well,
Okay. Hi, girls.
you're back. You're back.
Yes.
It kind of went out and I can't hear her at all. So, mother, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear mother too. Okay.
Okay, I can hear mother. So you're just gonna have to translate to me, I guess, what she says in the meantime because something is going. Unless mother,
Okay.
you want to try the go out, go back in thing. You want to try that?
Well, the good thing, Sissy, it's not the platform. It was my Wi-Fi. The children's Wi-Fi is messing up as well. So just a little technical difficulties in
No,
the residence. So
this-
not the platform.
but it is the platform because I can't hear mother at all. I can't hear her at all.
Okay, Heavenly, can you hear us?
I can hear y'all.
Okay, I hear you.
I had to go get my charger.
Okay.
Go ahead and just do your introduction. And
Well, I'm sorry for the interruption in this introduction, but I'm the baby sister, and thank you for having me. I'm very honored to be here. Yeah, let's do this for the big one, the big homie, Majestic. Okay. All right, thanks.
yay!
All right. Thanks.
Now, so we have our first question, which I know mother went first in answering yesterday. I do just want to point out that we will have giveaways for the biggest exchanger today. So whomever is interacting the most, we have 2 great giveaways today. We're going to have one for a DMV person that is local to us, 1 giveaway prize. We're going to have a prize for someone that may not be as local. You still could be. But if you aren't and you win, let us know you qualify more for the second prize. We'll have those giveaways today. So I will also stop and ask questions. For those who have questions that come in, as long as the questions are appropriate and legit, we are going to go ahead and put you up on the screen and move forward with you. And with that being said, we are going to get into some of our discussion today surrounded around being majestic. Now, majestic moment, I have defined or gotten the okay, she's back. I've gotten the definition for majestic. So the definition for majestic we have here is having or showing impressive beauty or dignity. This is from like the Webster's dictionary. I guess now we just use Google. But having or showing impressive beauty or dignity. Today's show is going to be centered around that impressive beauty or dignity as it pertains to healing, as it pertains to growing, as it pertains to creating and becoming, and really us just having not only just being resilient, but being regal in your resilience and being able to move forward to all of that in that way. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Mother and hope that her volume comes in. I don't like that I can't hear Mother again, because like I have said, we could end up saying the same things over and over again. So people have to bear with us, because
I think she should log out and come
this
back
is what
in.
it's doing this weekend.
Mother, so
Mother, the first question is going to be
hold on, Sissy.
For everyone. I know you started it yesterday, but everyone will get a chance to answer whenever you. Now, who can't you hear? Oh goodness, nope. You can't hear Cherish? I hear you pointing. You can't hear me, Cherish?
I can't hear Cherish.
So why you say you can't hear? Because we can't hear you now.
Okay.
Well, I did what I was advised to do, which is to switch my browser. Did all of that, and
it's okay.
Went into
we'll just try to help each other out. Let's just help each other out.
I'll translate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really about ready to just let it go. I don't know. This is too early, so it's not supposed to happen today. I don't know. We can all just try to go out and come back in while I just stay on, because that's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah, try that out and in. Yes.
I can't hear anyone.
She said, yeah, try that out and then in. Do you want to do that? Everybody come back in. I guess
you guys can hear each other.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Harmony?
You guys are talking to each other.
Harmony, can you hear me?
I can hear
you can hear me?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Church, you can hear me?
Yep.
Mom,
so Harmony, you guys having a meeting? It sounds like you're having.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you guys meeting and figuring out a solution?
You're gonna be a surprise for Harmony. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do.
I don't know if I can go out without y'all coming out. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Try.
Okay, is that what y'all said? Put your thumbs up if somebody just said for me to go out.
Yeah.
We'll see, guys.
And come back.
Okay, Heavenly Mother.
All right. So this is Moment of Harmony without Harmony.
Right.
No.
Come back in and let's see.
We're still here.
Andrea, you gotta let us know if you can hear us, because your bubbles pop up. Your bubble
yeah, we can actually see your chat.
Nope, y'all still silent.
Can you hear us?
Silent?
I did go out. It did work, and it didn't
oh wow.
It didn't end the stream like I thought it would.
No,
but I can't hear Jack. So
that's not good.
I don't know. We may have to at some point try to do the show where everyone is just in the same room, because YouTube does have the platform where you just have the one. You can just go live with the one screen. It's the multiple screens that is causing me to go to a third party, and it's the multiple screens that is not allowed. Like, it's causing me to have to go to an actual streaming app, and they are just not
up to par with what you.
Well, our brothers money's all in the same.
So wait a minute. There is a thing on YouTube where you can.
I'm just looking into what an option may be.
Because I thought there was an option on YouTube where you can invite people.
Just tell her she should just say her questions and we just answer. The audience.
So can you guys try to go out and come back in? I don't know.
Are you able to hear all of us, Harmony?
Cherishes, like we said yesterday.
No, Mother, she can't hear nobody.
She can't hear anybody.
The
Mother.
sound went out.
Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to leave and then come back.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Moment exchangers is just you and I, like it normally is. We're going to see what happens with this today. we might have to let this go. I don't know. I can't go much more into my weekend with all of this. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if they're able to come back in. There's Mother. And oh, that's Cherish. Still silent. This is correct. Bizarre to me. Beyond bizarre. Beyond bizarre. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I
don't know why. I done downloaded a brand new I did the new.
We was cooking with oil.
So when everyone comes in, just because you guys can be heard, I think I'm just gonna let you guys add
I agree. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can't hear you guys at all, but I think I just have a resolve. This is gonna be a quick show and how we're gonna go ahead and get the show just done whenever Mother comes in. So
yeah. Just ask
Mother comes back in.
Respond. Just ask, we'll listen, and we'll just respond. Hey.
Okay, so you will have to go back and see our responses, but we'll at least respond for the audience.
Yeah.
Okay.
To help them out. Because why not? Why not, Sissy? Why not help the people out? And why is it taking Victory Jinyame 100 years to get back? And
so with everybody, we're just gonna, because I'm certain that, well, at least from yesterday, I could see that other people could hear, even though we were unable to hear each other. Other people were able to hear us still. Yeah. So for those that are still tuning in, that can still hear, we're just waiting on my mother to come in. I'm just gonna find an alternative method of doing the show today, because I do feel like each of them can hear each other, and I just cannot hear anyone. So I feel like we can do something with that. It's not ideal, but it is a better than nothing. So as soon as I get my mom to just pop back in, oh, look at us being kicked out again. Have one out. Did someone tell her have to go out, or was she kicked out?
No. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I literally have been up all night. I don't know if y'all can see how tired I look.
Oh, you look good.
I've been up all night trying to figure this out, and this is not
it kicked me out.
It's the worst. So
you look good.
Yeah, we seen you got kicked out.
Yeah,
when Mother comes back in, like I said, as a matter of fact, we may just go ahead and keep it moving while she's not in, so that we can have some caliber of a show. Okay. And we'll see what will happen from then on. It says my mother is backstage. Okay. Let's see her.
Let her in, sugar.
Let's see. Someone did send that.
Let Duke Ellington in.
Okay, there she is.
I've been sitting back the whole time listening to all of you.
Okay, I'm appreciative of Slim letting us know that we appreciate you, Slim. She didn't pop up on my end, so I'm glad we got some hitters.
Why is she backstage being
all right? So Mother, I cannot hear any of you guys, but you guys can hear each other. So just to have some semblance of a show,
come on, y'all. We're gonna keep
go ahead and let you guys, because people will be able to hear you. And on the playback yesterday, I can see that even though it's completely deaf to us, it is very normal when it comes out in the screen. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Mother, I'm going to let you answer that question. I need all the viewers, just have mercy on us if we say the same things over again. We can't hear you. I can't hear. They're probably not going to do it. So let's keep it moving. First question is, what is beauty in the face of trauma, tragedy, and adversity, child? What is beauty? We're going to let Mother go first. And she went first before, and then whomever wants to come as they, whoever wants to go next, you're definitely welcome to go ahead and tackle this question. And again, as questions come in, we will be interactive today on A Moment of Harmony. So go ahead, and I'll be trying to figure this out while we're talking, so y'all excuse my screen.
In the face of trauma, I by the grace of God, if we're fortunate enough, those of us who are family. My mantra was, is, and will always be family over everything. And I fortunately belong to a clan of people. There are 3 bloodlines behind me: children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. When Victoria's transitioned, I didn't think I was going to make it. And because of my children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, I was able to. My mother, Majestic, the same. You just Hold on to family, hold on to friends, fight for your life. Remember the phenomenal experiences that you had. I remember when Heavenly told me that someone had stolen his life. The only thing I could think of was, oh my God, I'm so glad I told him a million times that I loved him. And the same with Majestic. Majestic knew that he was loved so much that he created the mantra love, 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 love after every greeting. So it wasn't just I love you and then we hang up. His greeting would be love, 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 love. And one day I asked him, what does that mean? Why do you just not say I love you? He said, because mother, I'm saying I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I think of that. I think of that constantly. So that's the mantra I use when I am leaving the conversation or greeting with someone. So with that, I hold on to love, 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 love. Thank you.
Hmm.
Heavenly.
Oh, um,
Oh,
beauty in the face of tragedy. I have always been an avid believer that death affects those it leaves behind the most. I have a good friend of mine who just lost her mother, and they were a type of mother daughter close that you see in movies, you think it's not real, it's just, it's almost weird, but it's so awesome and amazing. And her mentality on losing her best friend was probably more profound. Just she's not hurting anymore. She had battled with all these things. So there are the moments that are amazing memories that create smiles and remind you of the life they lived. And it's so much easier to say that because we're still here. But there are moments that we have that we wish we could call them, we wish we could tell them, we wish we could involve them. We just wish they were here to share in this moment. And the beauty in that tragedy is that they are now a beacon of facilitation and protection that they never could be in this living world. It just takes our self grace and perception to understand that we haven't lost them, we can't touch them, but they are absolutely still here. And it is about mentality and just acceptance and being angry and knowing you're not going to be the same and knowing that life is not going to be the same, but there is a finality in knowing that you're never going to lay eyes in this world, in this life on them. And yeah, there is knowing they're not hurting you. There is no more pain. There is no more struggle or problems to process for them. So that's the beauty in it for me.
That was beautiful, Mother and Heavenly. Thank you for blazing the trail and being honest and telling y'all truth. I'm going to finish before we pass the mic back over to Silent Blind Harmony.
Silent Bob. Silent Bob.
Okay. She is behind the stage in her own studio, unfortunately.
Y'all
I
so
am
funny.
Martin
But
Scorsese,
Silent
I
and
know.
Blind
Oh, she
Harmony
can hear me. Oh,
is
she got a
quite
plug.
brilliant. So
She's
I'm
that
actually
smart.
watching y'all. So
That's
now
my
I
sister,
can
though.
watch you in real time and
Sissy,
I can
I
see
was
what y'all are
about to
saying.
do that. Like,
So don't
Oh,
don't do that. Not too much,
you slick
okay?
as a
I can see
Bogabano
y'all.
bubble wrap.
Biggest thing is I
Sam,
have a
okay.
lag, so it
I
might be a
thought
little
she was
bit
going to
weird.
hear that later,
I
y'all.
can't hear you in
But
real
she
We
time
heard
did
though,
that.
because
too.
I
We did
can't have them
too.
both playing at the same time. So
We
it's
did
mute.
too. We did
You
too.
guys are mute now. I just see faces, but I will be able to hear your responses. So calm yourself. Calm
My bad. My
yourself.
Okay,
bad.
since I got the
All right,
floor
y'all.
All
back.
right, I'm putting this
Hello.
back on mute so I can listen to you. Okay.
See,
Okay.
see
Don't
this
do that. This
Aquarius
is what we
energy,
do. This
guys.
is what we do.
See
We
this
figure things
Aquarius
out.
energy. It just had to interrupt. It couldn't just hold on to that and
It
say something
couldn't just
later.
wait. It couldn't just.
It couldn't just wait. It's so powerful. OMG. All right. So I am going to say that the beauty part for this Cancer heart of mine happens to be the collateral beauty for me. It is something very significant that our spirits must pay attention to, that when people in our lives very close to us transition, God, the universe, whatever you want to say, is going to replace it tenfold. I am going to say God. He is very intentional. I believe that when Victoria's transition, and I had a lot of negative thoughts on my mind, and a lot of people on this platform did, because that was a very heinous crime and very abrupt of interruption of life, and extremely unnecessary act. So once the anger subsided, we have 2 children that entered into this family shortly after his transition. You cannot tell me that is not collateral beauty. Majestic transition, April 10, 2025. And I am the baby sister, and I can attest that something clicked in every last one of us. Something, it was literally like a silent switch in our subconscious mind that just clicked on. And that collateral beauty I found in the face of tragedy and turmoil and loss was that my brother had to die for us to live. Literally, he is an example of heart being outside of your chest, feeling everything, every emotion, every feeling, you name it. On the spectrum of emotions, I have seen my big brother utilize those emotions more than once. And I feel like, being such a big hearted person like himself, he did all that he could do in this world. And once he transitioned, he said, "It is my time, and now it's our time. Okay, we have to live on purpose, intentionally." And I've seen so many dynamic moves with my siblings that are still here, including myself. And I believe that we are always charged with, we don't always take this route, but it is always present. When transition happens, there is collateral beauty. It is intentional. Find it. Whatever it is for you, find it. It's imperative, because if you don't, then it's a loss of life, literally.
Yeah.
But if you find it, it's a gain for your life, literally.
It's
So
a
the
transference of
collateral,
energy. Yeah.
yes, it's the transference of energy. Yes, sissy. It is exchanging and changing and intertwining, and use it. Use
Yeah.
it. Don't lose it. It is
Trying to
the,
transmute that energy because it,
yes.
yeah, but it can bury. Yeah.
Yes. But you
Because I got the
like
two
they say,
grandbabies on the way. I got
see,
the two
like
grand.
they say,
Yeah,
a
I just
body
had
of
one
emotion,
grandbaby and another. So yeah, it's that from that perspective, absolutely. But it takes
body
life
emotion
remembers.
stays in motion. That's a law of
Yeah,
science.
yeah,
So
yeah,
when you keep moving and you keep doing and you keep giving and you see the beauty, I am just so grateful to have had 38 years with Majestic.
yeah,
I am so grateful to have had um, the opportunity to be shielded. There are walks of life and things that I will never see, because he saw, because he
Right,
endured, because
right.
he.
He endured. Yes.
So I am grateful for that. I mean, you have to find the underlining blessing. That is my takeaway, sissy. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Good night. All right,
Harmony,
sissy.
are you
You
able to
got it.
hear
I
me?
don't know if you hear us now.
Peace. Thank y'all so much. The lag is getting shorter, so everyone just bear with me. If they finish speaking and then I come in, it's because I am watching live with all of you as well. as well as being live. I'm on the ones and twos. I feel like a DJ today.
The
So
delay
when they
is always worse.
if there's a little bit of a them stop and then I come in, it's like the news people. You know, when people be on news like, okay, and Jim, then we done already been back to you. Okay.
Oh yes, back to you, Jim. Yes.
Mommy mercy. I needed it to be mute during that. So, oh, you good? Okay. I saw that. I didn't know someone speaking to me. So I'm just going to give my take on this question. And then after this, we are going to take any questions that are coming up from the audience. After each question or each talking point that we each take part in, if you have your own question, whether it be on grief or loss or just growth through whatever you're dealing with, we know that everyone may not be grieving a loss of a family member at this moment. You may be being furloughed right now. You may have had some type of violation. You may have had some type of attack. Someone may be just pressing in on you, and you are trying to remain beautiful. You are trying to remain powerful. You are trying to maintain who you are. We are all here. We're all in this together, and we are more than happy to come in and give some light or share some light, as I like to say, share some light on what we are all dealing with and how we can get to better spaces together. So then as my take on this, and have his back, my take on this is
So I don't know what happened.
It's okay. When it comes to what is beauty in the face of adversity, or in the face of trauma, the face of tragedy, there's a song by August Alsina, one of my favorite songs by him. I know everybody not rocking with August Alsina, but you know, for me, I'm just a music girl. It's just music for me. And when it comes to August Alsina, he has this song called Pretty. And I love this song so much. And in the song, it always gets me like in my feels, right? Because in the song, he talks about you came through the fire, you were, you know, raised in the city, you exposed to so much, but you stayed so pretty. And he talks about when life got tough, you got back, you got knocked down, but you got back up. And it's just like with everything you've been through, you just stayed so pretty. And when I think about beauty and in the adversity, and I remember breaking that song down to a friend of mine because I had the song playing, and then in the song it says, when was the last time someone told you how pretty you are? Right. And at that time I was in a relationship, and the person said, you don't think I tell you that you're pretty enough? Because I was listening to the song a lot. Right. And they were like, why you keep listening to that? You don't think I tell you how pretty you are? And it's like, first off, I'm listening to a song. Okay. Secondly, calm it down. Secondly, the song is not about looks. If you listen to the words, the song was about, look at all you've been through and look at how beautiful you still are. Life has a way of being very ugly, very harsh, very aggressive, very, very beating. And in this song, I love it because it says, I can't see your life on you. I can't see it on you. You don't look like you've been through rape or molestation or violation. You don't look like you've been through racism or genderism or sexism, or, you know, I guess all the same thing, or ageism. You don't look like you've been last. You don't look like you've been overlooked. You don't look like you've been picked over. You don't look like you've been used or exploited. Look at how pretty you are. If I knew your story, I would expect, it's like we see somebody, you know, last night, Wisdom was listening to Nas, I Know I Can. He said, you know, she smelled a what did she say? Corrosion and death, you know. And so it's like, you came to play music, which he said you came to sing music and they came to do drugs, right? Like you look like someone took you off your road, your track. You look like life got the best of you. You look like you've been in the ring with life. And one thing that Black women do, and I will say women, but I'm here in perspective of self, as Black women, what we do is we look good when we're going through things. And what I'm saying in this regard about being majestic, about being beautiful in the face of trauma and tragedy, is that not only that you look good, but you are good. And I am good while I'm healing. I am good while I'm growing. I am good while I'm unpacking. I am good while I'm putting back together. And that is beauty in the face of adversity, in trauma, in tragedy. I have all the excuses, right? You were violent to me, I have the right to remain violent. You were evil to me, I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to give whatever brute force you put on me, but I decide to be beautiful. I decide to behave and be in my play to my power, which is my
Yes.
divine feminine. I could show you horns, right? I could show you nails. I could kick, I could scream. And a lot of times is I used to be nice. People say that. I used to talk to people. I used to be a girl's girl. I used to take my kids places with me. I don't do any of that no more because this world changed you. And when it says you still so pretty, it means that no, it didn't take from me my softness. I didn't let this life, I didn't let pain, I didn't let sleepless nights, I didn't let lying lovers, I didn't let treacherous friends or exploitive work environments take my beauty. I still grow things like my mother, who's a gardener. I still create things like my sisters who are singers. I still teach things. I still heal people. I still smile at people. I play with babies. I wave at people. I still go on dates and I speak genuinely and affirm people. I still believe in the beauty of myself. And that is majestic. That is still, no matter what is going on, staying so pretty. I know I got some of my best wounds up on the screen, right? My daughters, of course, are wounds in my life, wombs in my life. One of my major wombs, she's not on here today, the bestie. I gotta shout her out, right? Because shout out to Nunu. When I think about pretty, she is one of those examples of people who just stay pretty. You don't have to remind them. You don't have to pull them back in. You don't have to get to a side and say, girl, I know I got real ugly right then, but that's because I'm so tired. I'm so mad. And nothing is wrong with us venting and letting ourselves out. I want to say that. But I'm going to say my bestie is so pretty. And I'm talking trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. Heart is pretty. Voice is pretty. Tone is pretty. Intention, pretty. She be so pretty. I got to remind her we don't rock with people. Right? I got to remind her, like, we do not go, don't go there with that. Don't get in a car. Don't go. And I'm not saying I'm not saying like, I don't want to say like she's naive or she's gullible, but more just keep no record of wrong, right? I see her keep no record of wrong. And there are times when I'm just like, and I don't say not rocking with people like we in the Mean Girls Club. What I'm saying is that's my partner in Shine. We do a lot of great things in the city together. And people try us, right? They try to come at us. They mess with us. They try to take our hearts. We got some big ones. They're always trying to get up in it, use it for themselves. And I'm having to like be like, pause. And I have to remind her, like, don't you remember that don't get in the car. Don't go that way. But what I'm saying is the fact that you can't stay in the ugly space, the fact that it's hard for you to hold that person to who they were or what they did or what they could do, the fact that you don't walk around with one hand on your sword and the other hand, again, I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it, but I'm just talking about pretty, being so beautiful in an ugly world. How divine, and that's what divine femininity is really about. We have a lot of women out here talking about, I'm in my bag, I'm doing this, I'm jet setting, I got this guy, I do this thing, like my kids go to this school. And it's like, but at the end of the day, are you beautiful? Are you beauty? Are you a rose that grew from concrete? Are you without your scratches, not without internal damage, but when I look at you, are you a personification of the beauty of this life? Because that's what women are. And people always say we stay in the mirror and we take so long and we're vain creatures. The thing about it is we are beauty at the highest level of being. This is why the creator have chosen us to bring forth life, because there's abundance of beauty. But when we get hurt, when our hearts get broken, we allow that beauty to bleed out of us. We allow it, we trade it, we auction it, we give it off to the person that hurt us, the person that lied to us, the person that stole from us. Take some of my beauty, take some of the softness off my tongue, take some of the intention off my heart. And being beautiful in the face of tragedy and trauma means that, yes, I am in it, like they say, but I am not of it, and it does not get the best of me. The best of me is what is here inside of me. And I am still, not, again, not only when I got this, you know, if someone out there, you got a diagnosis you didn't want to get, that person divorced you, walked up out of you, left you with them babies. You sitting there looking on the scale, don't like what you see, whatever. Everything is changing and rearranging and things are happening. But you are saying, not only am I going to get up in the morning and put on a face, not only am I going to print this hair out and put this outfit on and put on, I'm going to be on. I am going to still show up available to the world when the world have taken things from me. I'm going to show up and be a light when my home is dark. I am going through what I'm going through. I am where I am, and I am still so pretty. You're just so pretty. How do you have it in you to congratulate other people? How do you have it in you to come in your lowest moments and show up and clap and applaud for other people? How do you have it in you to believe again in another relationship, bear another child after you just lost a child? How do you have it in you? And that is beauty in the face of trauma and adversity. With all that is going on, my love, you stay so pretty. And so, and with that being said, we're going to move on to any other questions that someone may have before we move on to our next talking point. I know I saw Cherish go down. I don't really know how she went down because she's not on the phone. So I saw like go down.
Laptop closed.
Yeah, maybe she closed the laptop. She closed on us. Okay. She said close. Okay. So we're going to see when Cherish comes back on. Again, any questions that pop up, we're going to go ahead and move into it next. And also just want to shout out, because I know lots of people are going to be on. If I use one person as an example, it does not mean I don't see your love, your light, and your beauty. It's what resonates to me in my spirit. And when I think about getting up out of a funk, there are certain parts of the incredible women in my life that I will go and pull from. I saw her make it through that. I saw her grow through this. I saw her be through this. So don't come in my box. Don't come in my box if it's not positive. Okay. All right. So Cherish is back. We are going to go on to the second. Y'all, I see Hev keep talking, and I'm sorry because I can't hear. So sorry. But once I mute us, I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to unmute the TV. I can see you live. I'm like, I'm in the best of both worlds. So we're going to go on to our next question if no one from the audience has a question for us. But I just want to make sure, did anybody else want to add anything before we go on to our next addressing of the women of Majestic?
Can you hear me?
Okay, let me mute because Hev talking. Hold on. We go on to our next addressing of the.
You did choose the perfect example in Nunu. Like, we all have had our, issues, and we've been through things, but it would have been easy to pick one of us because right? But you actually have a living, breathing example of what beauty and adversity and tragedy and trauma. And that was, I just agree with your example. Absolutely perfect, because not one time have I ever seen Nunu and there wasn't this big, beautiful smile. There wasn't this amazing, like a toddler hug, you know what I mean? Just like they haven't seen you in decades, and it's always this energy and it's always this push. There is a consistency of humanity and love and light in Mary. I love that. So that was a good example. Yeah. Excellent. Where did Cherish go?
All right, thank you. And I was listening while you were talking, okay, so it looks like it could have been, again, a little bit of a lag.
That's fine.
Mommy Mercy or Moment Mercy. This is Moment Mercy.
Back in the studio,
because it's the whole thing. But thank you. I agree with you. Everything you said. Hopefully, Cherish will be back. But I agree with you. Everything going on, like you said, with New, and just and like you said, like I spoke of, just all of us being in a space of remaining true to the beauty, that not letting the world take the best of us, have the best of us, keeping what is gold and using what is gold, being a woman, making life beautiful, making life, creating life, sustaining it, making it all the worthwhile. So our next question that we're going to get into, and I'll repeat it whenever church does come back on, is how can a woman or people, right? Because we have some brothers up on here. How can a woman, how can a person find their majesty, right? Their regality, their win, their winning selves, their crown. So someone that's out there right now that may be just going through, they may be in a position, where they do fall short a lot. They got a monkey on their back. They don't have not yet learned to speak up for themselves, but they're in a point where it's just like, I want to be a majestic being. I want to come out as a creature of beauty and resilience. I want
Being sweet.
to be on top of this, whatever I'm dealing with. Yeah, you're back. So the question, I'm going to repeat the question real quick, Sissy. The question is, how does a person, so the question is also framed as how does a woman, but a person, any person, find their majesty? Anyone that may be, like I said, in going through something right now, knowing that they're not at the top of their game, knowing that they're not the best, they may be relapsing, may have a monkey on their back, may not be at a place of standing up for themselves. May said they was going to leave that man if he did this X, Y, and Z, and they didn't. Just May said they're not going to let the people at the job use them, but then they went back last week, and last week they walked out quiet. They're looking for their majesty. They're looking for their impressive beauty and dignity. How does someone find that? Where do they go to get that? Does anybody want to start on that?
I want to start on that.
Okay, so I see Mother talking. Hold on, Mother. Let me pause, June. Hold on 1 second. When you see my thumbs up, Mother, you start talking, okay?
Oh, hold on, I have to put my glasses on to see your thumbs up.
No, her thumb is up. Her thumb is up. You can talk.
Okay, excellent. How do you find that? Being a mother who's had one son stolen, had his life stolen, and having a son for 47 years and sitting in a hospital room for 8 days, watching him slowly leave you, and knowing that for 47 years of your life he was there, good, bad, and indifferent. Your road dog, your whatever. I say you do your best. I was thinking about what Harmony was saying about the beauty in us, with that energy that it takes to conjure up what is in us to be our best. When we know that we're suffering, when we know that the pain is so intense, when we know that the addiction or the weight or the relationship or whatever's going on in our lives, that we have to fight back as hard as we can. We have to own, if we can, hopefully we can, what is happening in our lives, and never give up hope. To just constantly seek to find answers, to ride on the wave of the joy and love that we possess and that is given to us, and recognize what love is. To look within, deep within, and to be real with ourselves, and to know that we just have to keep going. You have to keep moving, because it's like when you stand still, you stop, and everything stops around you. Like you're the universe, and the galaxy is around you, and the moment you stop, everything falls. Constant motion. Um, I think it's amazing for any human being who has gone through so much tragedy, so much trauma, so many horrible experiences. Just the journey of this life sometimes can be so difficult. But to be able to say to yourself, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep fighting. When people ask me, how are you today, Victory? I said, I always say, I'm still here, fighting a good fight, stand up straight, boots tied tight. Because I know if I don't remain in that situation, if I don't remain in that mindset constantly with everything, especially in the last year that has happened in my life and our lives as a family, that it's not just me, it's my whole branch of the tree that will be affected. There's an African proverb that says, those who cause you harm teaches you wisdom. We have to go inside of that space and find out what their wisdom is. Old folks used to say there's always a lesson, a blessing in the lesson. And you say, what is the blessing I'm supposed to be getting out of this lesson? Because the person who stole Victorious' life taught us all a horrible lesson. Watching Majestic fight for his life over and over and over gave us an amazing blessing because it taught us to never give up, to keep fighting. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose, keep fighting. Keep fighting. And some days it's hard, some days it's impossible. But you just have to lean on the ones, if you don't feel like you're strong enough, lean on someone who is. When I go out into the world, no one ever knows the pain I carry because it's mine and mine's alone. Don't be afraid to, in your private space, to go through what you go through. Don't be afraid. Don't not claim it. Don't be in denial of it. Own it, because that's your journey too. Own it. It's yours. Just never forget to look for the blessing. Never forget to say, oh my God, I had 47 years. Oh my God, I had 19 years. Oh my God, I have the most amazing daughters. Oh my God, my branch of the tree is so heavy with fruit that is causing the whole tree to lean over. It's causing everything and everyone else around them to change. I am humbly fortunate. Humbly. Because this didn't have to be my life. This didn't have to be my experience, all of it. And some people say, why me? I've heard other mothers say, why me? I say, why not me? Why not me? Where is it written that all 7 of my children have to watch my eyes closed? Because there's nowhere it's written. There's nowhere that it's written that you won't go through the experiences you go through. But you can determine the outcome. No one knows that my pain is constant when I step outside my door. While I'm in my door, some days it gets so heavy I can hardly carry it. 3 days ago, I had to call my mother, who will be 89 years old on Halloween. At 67 years old, I had to call my mother and say I can't carry it. And she said, put it down. I got you. I'm going to carry it for you for a minute. And when you can pick it back up, pick it back up. So just look inside yourself. You know, the first question, where's the beauty? Where's the pretty? Sometimes people let life make them old. Sometimes we just stay pretty until we get old. It all matters. It all matters. Be grateful. Be blessed. Just never forget that all of this is mercy. All of this is mercy. Be grateful for who you are and what you have, even if it's a little bit. It's a little bit more than someone else has. It really is. It really is. And if you think you have nothing, stop breathing. If you can for 5 minutes, see how valuable breath is. Something so simple. Things we take for granted. People we take for granted. It's a blessing. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh, you sound muffled, sissy.
Me?
I say, y'all. I just again,
Okay,
I didn't
no,
know who was gonna go next. I heard a breath, and
I
I was
was
like, I
going
don't
to
know,
get
Yeah, Helby was
but just in case. So,
Helby was-
Cherish, I see you talking. I'm gonna mute again. All right.
Go ahead, sissy. I know you was about to say something. No, I'm
you
saying
gave
you
my-
have.
Oh,
No,
okay, okay. The question, she said, how can someone find their majesty?
Yeah.
That's the root of the question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, two stories come to mind. One happened to me. I was sitting in my car at the passport office waiting for them to call me so I could pick up my passport. And my windows were down. I was in DC. I was doing something on my phone, and this guy rode past on a bike. I saw him the first time, very self-aware and aware of my surroundings. I saw him the first time out of my periphery. And when he came by the second time is when I stopped what I was doing and just paid attention. And the third time he kind of slowed down and he came up to my window and he said, "Excuse me, miss, I don't mean to bother you, but I'm trying to get to work and I need like $25 so I can get my kids some diapers and all this other kind of stuff." And I sat there and listened to him. And I went into my little billfold and I went to give it to him. I said, "Now let me tell you something. I'm about to pray over this money. And if you are genuine in your ask, my ancestors will bless it tenfold. But if you are lying to me, you will pay for this tenfold." And he had his hand on the money and he let it go. And I said, "Do you want to talk about it?" And he said, "I just needed some money. I ain't seen my kids in months." And he just started talking. He just started spewing. And at the end of this conversation, I said, "You know what? When you came to this car, you had this whole scene of who you thought I would help. And you presented a father that was there for his children, a hardworking man, so forth and so on. If you just become who you have put effort in pretending to be, you and your children will be okay." That man cried. That man sat there at that car and he never took the money. I gave him $5. I said, "Now you can go do whatever you was going to do. You can do this with no strings attached. Ain't no ancestors attached to this." And he bust out laughing and went on ahead about his way. But there's another story that comes to mind, and it's about a guy that goes to a bank and he goes up to the teller and he says, "I got this big check. I want you to cash it for me and give me the money." The teller says, "Sure, no problem. Just sign it so I know it's you and I'll give you the money." He said, "Well, I don't know if you're going, give me my money after I sign it. How about you give me the money and then I'll sign it?" So the guy said, "No, that's not how it works." He said, "Man, I ain't cashed my check here." He went to three other banks and they all told him the same thing. When he got to the last bank, the guy took out like a little rubber bat and he hit him on the head when he got finished telling him, "You got to sign this check." So he went on ahead and he signed it and the man gave him his money. He said, "Okay." He goes back to the first bank and he says, "Now, see, I got my money." He said, "But I bet you signed that check." He said, "Yeah, but they explained it to me differently than you did." And so that story came to me by an older gentleman because it basically was just talking about how we will ask the universe and we will pray for things, but we are not ready for those things. We will continuously try to force our blessings and our dreams come up in and the things that we see ourselves being. We will constantly try to force it, praying for it without being ready for it, not doing any of the work, not signing, saying that this is me and I'm ready for it. We just go up to the counter like, "Hey, give me my blessings because I want it, because I want to be financially independent or I want this or I want that, that you should give it to me," having done none of the work to actually put me in a place to keep it. Okay. Because that would be the deciding factor. If you put yourself in a place to not only be able to earn what it is that you're asking for, but to be able to maintain it. Because the person you are now cannot maintain the blessings and the abundance that the universe or that God or that your ancestors or that anything that's coming to you that's meant for you. We already know if it's meant for you, nothing or no one can take it. But can you prolong and procrastinate so much into the fact that by the time you get it, you just like, "Yeah, I finally got that mansion," but now you need all electronic stairs and an elevator because you can't walk, you can't enjoy it. I got 9,000 feet out here. I got 9,000 square, and you can't walk none of it. Can't go outside. Your COPD is messed up because your whole, the preparation of
Allergies
the
are a
thing.
mess.
Yeah, you're not even. Yeah. So it's one thing to know that it's destined, but there is always a matter of self-awareness, a lack of bullshitting yourself, lying to yourself, being straight with yourself, knowing exactly who you are, knowing, man, let me set 3 alarms because I know my ass ain't finna get up. That is what needs to happen if you know you. Oh no, I'm gonna get up. I'm good. I only got 2 hours. Yeah, and you wake up at 11 o'clock. You knew you weren't gonna, So being setting your boundaries with other people, because that also helps when you start to change. That's why people get away from people that they used to know, because when I start to change, I'm genuinely trying to change. I'm genuinely doing the work, and every time I'm around so and so, they reminded me, remember when you used to steal cars? Bitch, I ain't done that in 20 years. Like, why you bring that up every time we talk? You know what I'm saying? Like, I not be the bitch that used to tell, oh, you should have seen her back in the day. I don't even want to be around you, because I get that's who I used to be, and I get that's a part of me. And I don't have a problem telling people, hey, back in the day, I used to steal cars. But if that's your takeaway with me every time you see me, I could be a pastor now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just be running around here telling people I used to steal cars. So that's one of the reasons why, when people are trying to change, they get away from old people, old friends, old, family,
Old
the old
habits.
neighborhood, because I'm genuinely trying to change. And unless those people are on board with you coming into the acceptance of this person you're evolving into, it will be a constant regression. I told someone the other day, you don't call me no more. I can't deal with you because it requires me to be in a constant state of regression. And I hung up the phone and blocked them, because that was my reality. If I realize every time I engage with you, I need a little bit of me from 10 years ago, I don't need to engage with you. Because the me from 10 years ago, that bitch came here. Okay, listen. She is nobody supposed to, she's not supposed to be here for sure. Okay, so if you are putting me in a position where I'm tapping into all of these different versions of myself and they're not on an innovative journey, then yeah, you gotta. So yeah, the requirements are definitely not lying to yourself, being absolutely self-aware, setting boundaries, and putting as much effort into being who you want to be and not the person you're pretending to
That was
Yeah,
good, sis. Yeah.
be.
that's real. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I'm last.
Yeah.
So I have a two-part description as well. So see, that's crazy that you said 2 stories, and I'm like, I have 2 parts to my story.
Because
Interesting.
you're my son. No.
Yeah, so 2 is the lucky number today, guys.
I'm not
Um, shout out to Majestic and Victorious.
I got to investigate.
Okay.
Right. So
1026, yes.
I know. So the 2 parts for me, it's real simple. It's very clear how to maintain your majesty and be majestic. I would definitely say transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is grace. I feel like those are very 2 simple ingredients we do not pay enough attention to.
I agree.
If you are trying to get out of a toxic relationship and you keep saying, I'm going to leave him or I'm going to leave her, and you try every day, the transparent part in that is say, okay, I tried today, but I failed today. And I'm going
Yes.
to try again tomorrow.
And
You
that's
keep,
okay. Yes.
if you keep being transparent with yourself, you will get closer to the
That's right.
grace. Okay. So then you give yourself grace and say, listen, I've been with this partner for 20 years. They're like a part of my DNA now. So
Mm-hmm.
to walk out and leave tomorrow may be unrealistic. Give yourself some grace. It took me 20 years to stay. It may take me a few years to
Absolutely.
detach, to pack one thing and take it away, then pack another thing. And you don't have to just rip the band aid off and expect this grand result in whatever it is, whether it's your transformation, your behavior, someone else's behavior, grieving. You're not going to wake up one day and say, oh, it's been a year. I should not still feel this way. That is not how grief is set up. Give
That's
yourself
how
some grace.
humanity set up. Yeah.
Give yourself some grace. Be
Mm-hmm.
kind to yourself. If like Sissy stated when she started this question. If it's alcohol, drugs, if you relapse, grace is, this is in my DNA now. I have to get this out. I have to be diligent. I have to, like Heavenly said, I have to switch my crowd. I have to go to, let me add another meeting in the day.
Yeah.
I can stay away. But that grace and being honest with yourself, that transparency will get you closer to operating in your majesty.
Yes.
And one thing I can say, that Mother named him the perfect name because he is absolutely majestic, because that fighting soldier, that spirit is embedded in every last one of Victory's children. But it's something about them oldest two, baby. Okay. Let me tell you how they have this spirit.
Cold water.
And the willpower, okay? And there is a Bible verse that says the faith of a mustard seed, okay? That is what they had, okay? Literally a inkling of faith and will and discipline and fight, and they are the epitome of living in your majesty, because giving up never happened. Not being true to themselves never happened. They gave themselves, he gave himself grace. And even when he didn't, we did. You understand? So connect yourself with the community that's going to see you beyond what you're standing in right now, because it's temporary. So you have to be gracious and transparent to operate majestically. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I want to add to that for a minute. I think it is, and this is for everyone who's listening, who will ever listen. Surround
All right,
yourself.
y'all. Okay,
Surround
I'm
yourself
sorry.
around
I hear you,
people.
mother,
That's
now.
okay.
Okay, my bad. I had a
Surround
lag.
yourself with
Y'all know
people
the
who
lag. I just
understand.
heard church finish, and so then I muted, but I think mother has started talking. So I'm going to mute again.
All right,
For
love.
everyone that's just logging on, I cannot hear, right? Is the game is playing with me. All right.
We are running the
Everyone can
show.
hear each other except for me. But as the genius that I am, I have figured out a solution in that I am watching it live on my TV. That's why I keep seeing me look up here. I hate it.
Dr.
Y'all know how I
Harmony
am about the
thing.
aesthetics. I'm watching it. There's a lag. I'm thugging it out. So, mother, I'm gonna let you go back to talking, but y'all gonna have to give me a thumbs up when it's time for
Okay.
the host
All
because
right.
my minutes are off.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Gotcha.
right. So I was saying that for everyone who's listening and for everyone who will ever listen, I think one of the absolute most important things is to surround yourself around people who comprehend what you're going through. Um, when Victoria's transitioned, my count, because I was in therapy, grief therapy, and she said, never take the words of those who have not been through what you've been through. Uh, because people would always say, who have their children, oh, it's going to be all right, you'll be fine. Not comprehending the impact that that has on your life for the rest of your life. So when I went to her, I said, sometimes it makes me want to slap people who have their children and are telling you how you're going to feel down the road when they have no concept of anything that you're going through. And this is in every aspect of your life. Do not waste your time with people who do not comprehend what you're going through, or who not have, as the word has been used here repeatedly, grace. Because grace is vital. Grace is what we're given by God. Because there's nothing we've done to be here. Nothing. It is all by grace. So surround yourself with people who have grace. Surround yourself with people who wants to see you do better, who wants to see you grow, who wants to see you happy and have peace. I don't care if it's just one person. I talk about my sons all the time. And I know one of the energies in doing that is people get tired of hearing it. So, they say every time you turn around, she's talking about one of her sons. Yes. So when that group is tired, I found another group because I know what I need to heal. I know what I need to get through what I'm getting through. And knowing what you need, knowing who you are, knowing why you are going through what you're going through, literally is 50% of your battle. That's 50% of it already won. Just finding your warriors, finding your comrades, finding something within yourself that says, I am the greatest that I'm going to find, and I'm going to find great people to be around me so that I can continue to move forward, to grow, to heal, to whatever, to be able to deal with this for the rest of my life or whatever it takes. And I just wanted to add that piece so that we comprehend how important it is to be around like-minded people who are in the space we're in as we're evolving. Like Heavenly said, you know, as you evolve, you find yourself in different energies. That's very important. You cannot stay in the same energy when you are evolving. You have to let go of that. You have to let go of it. Create your plan. Where do I want to be in 3 years? Where do I want to be in 5 years? Even with what this is inside of me. If I have to carry it, how do I carry it to the absolute best of my ability?
Mhm.
And then you move on that. Mo?
Mother, but you talking about you annoying groups of people, like we gonna have to beat somebody until somebody move to the next group. We gonna have to fight somebody. Why you right here? I go to
Like
the
heavy
next
stuff.
group. What you doing? Like one of these
Hold
groups
on,
That's
is
what
let
I've
me
just
had to
not.
do in the
calling.
last 8 years. I mean, since Victoria's transition, you know, I've had
I
someone
gotta know
say,
it
you
five
always talk
different
about
groups.
church.
What
You
are
go,
Y'all
you
gotta thumbs me up when I can.
so I found some new listeners.
I seen some thumbs, but then I saw some mouths, so y'all confused me a little bit. I don't know who's talking, and I'm just like mute, mute, unmute, mute, mute, and unmute. Okay, we're doing this. We're doing this.
we're doing it.
I wanted to just come back, y'all. First off, can I get a hand clap for my mother and my sisters because the word, okay? If you came for a word, okay, you came for
You
some
about
pretty
to get some
girls with some
word.
words.
You about to get that
The other
word.
thing is definitely shout out to everybody coming on. We are taking live interactive questions if you have them. We have gone over our hour, but we're just gonna keep it going unless somebody has to bow out. We lost a lot of time in the configuring early on once the sound went out. So we're gonna go ahead and make up for that time. We are doing this. So welcome, thank you. Great gratitude for all sticking in there and sticking out. I wanted to come back on something that my mother said. She spoke so incredibly. Thank you. I see new. I see you comment. You about to
I'm
win. You about to
here.
win the first gift with us. Okay.
Okay.
Um. I wanted to. What was I gonna? I'll go back on my mom. I wanted to go back on my mom. My thoughts are everywhere. I wanted to go back on my mom because she said something. Everyone said something. My mom said something that triggered something for all the things that I'm going through, right? My mother was talking about being in a hard time in your life and being around the right people. People who do show you grace, people who do have space for you. As a healer, I always tell this, in my partner in shine is on the line, but people always will call us to come and do things, right? Pray over things, speak to their relationships, their children, what have you. And I will always tell people, that will say like, oh, what college did you go to? What church do you go to? We get that a lot, right? And I'll always be like, healing and love is not rocket science. It's just love, right? And people overcomplicate the simplicity. What makes a great healer is not that they heal people. I always tell people, I don't heal people. I create a space for you to heal yourself, a safe
Mhm.
space for you to heal yourself. Being around the right people is that. The other thing is care does not qualify counsel. A lot of times we are in dark spaces and we're going to people who care about us, broken people who care about us, lost people who care about us,
Hurt
sometimes
people.
still
Yeah.
envious or small
Mhm.
people that care. They
Mhm.
care about us. They're in conflict with their care for us. And we are staying in that space. One of the biggest things that a lot of times I feel alone when I'm going through things, because if you're the person people come through, and I know everyone can relate, if you're the person that people come to, you often can't go to people. They don't
Yes.
feel equipped for you, right?
Right.
So it's just like,
Yes.
yeah, you always know the right thing to say. You
Yes.
always, and you just be like, oh, right. For me, like I say, I had so much going on this week. And one of the, just as an example of what my mom was saying, one of the things is like, most of when I reached out to a lot of people, people were giving me instruction or they would give me direction, right? First off, I'm an
Mhm.
Aquarius. Cut it out. Okay.
Mhm.
Secondly, um, secondly, people give us what they need, right?
Mhm.
They need to feel more comfortable in a space. They need to feel more adequate in a space. They need to feel resourceful in the space. But what you need is listening. What you need is reassurance. What you need is affirmation. I went through so many things last week, and very rarely when I reached out to people, right? Because I'm a strategist. Y'all got to know the ideas are coming, the configuration is coming, the plan B is coming. Like, I'm thinking what I'm struggling with is what I'm feeling. And a lot of people don't go into that. It's just like, did you do this? Won't you do that? Oh, well, you're so hard-headed. Just do what I said do. I did not call for a coach, right?
Hello.
I was seeking counsel. And
Mm.
counsel in that, most people didn't stop and say, well, how does that make you feel? Oh, I'm sorry that that's happening for you.
Yeah.
Or what are you thinking would make you feel, what could help you right now?
Yeah.
Very little, right? And so when it comes to being in a place where you're in the worst version of yourself, trying to find the best version of yourself, being able to distinguish, like my mother said, between care and counsel, seeking expert counsel on how to deal with the heart of the matter. That's what we do. What is going? Yeah, I can go over to say, well, what happened? Well, why was he out there? People will do that when you're in pain. Well, why did he do that? Well, why did you such and such? Well, what you gonna do next? You know, that's why we have to be able to heal differently. We have to be able to hear differently. And if you're not around people that are in the space of healing, make sure that's why people will say, well, why didn't you tell me? I needed to get processed, right? You're not a processing partner. Some of
Right.
you out
Ooh.
here, you care about me, you love me, you're my friend, you're my teacher, you're my coworker, you're my mate, but you're not a processing partner. Understand that when you're in the lab, when they say, let me cook, when you're going through things, you need someone that is able. I'm right now, don't sit up here and tell me where to plant. Well, you need I'm planted. I need sunlight and I need seed and I need water. Do not come in here with all the other things that, well, why are you sitting on this side of the ledge? And why you got that much sunlight? And you shouldn't have, well, you know what I think you should do? Heart of the matter.
Yeah.
My mother is so right in being away from people who are not qualified to help you grow through your season. Yes, venting is a thing. It is not for growing. Venting is for getting out. We literally put a vent in a room where people are smoking to get the smoke out of the air. We put a vent in a beauty salon or in a salon to get the fumes out of the room. Venting is for getting things out. It is not for getting things done. Know that you are seeking getting things done. Because you will have people say, I've told people what I'm going through. I've been through. Have you sought counsel? Or are you just always around people that care about what you're going through, but are not qualified for the growing portion of your season? Find the people qualified for the growing person. The other thing that I wanted to say is I got new on the line and get new. You about to win with us. You about to win. I just want to let you know. And I'm just saying this out loud, right? Because I don't want people to think that I'm showing favoritism. I'm just putting all her comments. She's commenting the most. So when she wins, don't come.
She said we're gorgeous.
Okay. Now, the second thing is I wanted to say, I saw this dope movie the other day. I was looking for something else. Movie found me. Y'all know how that goes. I was looking for something else, and the movie came up called 9 Days. I read the little introduction. I'm like, oh, this is a little intriguing. The movie 9 Days, they're gonna do again. I'm gonna put her up every time, child, because she about to win. Okay. The movie 9 Days, it was about I said spirit, but he was in the movie, he was the Mommy Mercy. In the movie, he was defined as an interviewer, but it was his job. He would sit and watch the lives of people. He had multiple TV screens, like CCTV, like a security guard almost.
Right.
Multiple TV screens in this big room. And his job was to sit and choose people who deserve to experience life. So in this movie, he's like an energy, a spirit energy. He was called the interviewer, but he would interview spirits who eagerly wanted to experience life. They did not have sensation. You know, they lacked certain things. They couldn't feel, they couldn't, and they very much wanted life. His job was to interview spirits wanting to go into life and to see if they were capable of life, if they would be qualified to go in and be successful in life. Because when they went into life and the interviewers each sent people in, and they failed, meaning like he had one woman, I ain't gonna say too much, but she committed suicide, right? But when he called, when people went into life and they failed, he took it personal. So it started to change how he interviewed. This movie was an awesome movie. If you're a movie person and a storyline person, you know, and you're a thinking person, this movie was all that, because he had to end up changing the definition of failure in life. Right? He had to end up throughout the movie being able to say who was good at life and who was not good at life. He also was one of the few interviewers that had experienced life before. And because he experienced it, he came back to the people the spirits he interviewed, he was harder on them about whether they could experience life or not. Metaphors galore, right? When it comes to finding your majesty, when I'm bringing up that movie is that first off, like Hev said, it's already in you. What you need, you came here with. I love the perspective of the movie is because he sat down with them. He took them on a 9-day process to see if they could handle life. He put them in different scenarios. What would you do? What would you say? How would you handle this? How would you feel? He wanted to try to help them experience pain and different feelings before they got there to make sure that life was not too intense. And when he did not let them go forward, he would say, you did not qualify for the position you applied for. Those are the people that didn't make it to life, right? Those that the spirits that had to go back into where they came from. To have the thought that there is a life for you that we all are in, people watching, people, all of us sitting right here being projected, there's a life that you are in that you begged for, that you applied for, that you asked for. You said you wanted to feel. You said you wanted to taste. You said you wanted to know love. You said you wanted to be around people. But then when we realized that life came with loss, when we realized that life came with delay, when we realized that life came with hardship, now that we're in it, because that was another part of the movie, you can't remember anything during your training season, right? You got trained and qualified and didn't remember. And like he said, you won't remember, but it won't be that you are whoever you are in this process, you will be that in life. You just won't remember the training for the process.
Wow.
And that is Sankofa, right? Culturally, that's Sankofa. Go back and get. Going inside yourself. For those people looking for your majesty, it is inside of you. Not only are you looking inside of yourself, but like my mother said, you're looking inside of your pain. Marvin Sapp has a song that I love, and he has a verse that says, may your tears be let your tears be water for the garden of your victory. Not only are you going back inside of yourself for your regality, for your power, for your strength, but you're going inside the brokenness, what we run from the most. You're going inside the pain. See, the promiscuity, the drugs, the eating, all of those things are you hiding from what you have to dig through to get inside of. I watch my boys play video games. We brought that up in the last moment. Video games all the time. And they got to go into caves and ding, and then a little jewel pops up. But they have to go into places. They got to break stuff open. And then that's where the jewel is for now you got this many points. And now you have this many points. We are running. Our majesty is in our tragedy. That's where it is. When you are going inside of yourself to what hurts, to the people that left you, to the people that let you down, to the people that ignored you, for the circumstances that almost took you out. That is where you're training, what you were trained for before you came here, what you were prepared for. Your mission is in that. Your mission is in what you're missing, right? Your mission is in what you're missing. I'm in this situation and I'm trying to hide under drugs. I'm trying to hide under pain. I'm trying to hide under confusion. I'm trying to hide under social media. But what you're missing is what you need to go inside of it. What is it that you're not hearing? What is it that you're not seeing? And I had to go through that when chaos. What is it that you're running from that keeps chasing you? These cycles that keep repeating. There's a I saw a Facebook post the other week and they were talking about glow sticks, the toy glow sticks, and how the glow stick has to be broken in order for it to work, right? In order for it to be lit up, you have to yes, Ashe. Okay, I'm reading. Okay, you have to, the glow stick has to be broken. And they were saying that, in the post, one of the children had the glow stick, didn't want to break it, but was riding around with the glow stick, playing with it like a sword, not knowing that if you break it, you're going to get the full effect, what it was totally meant to do, because it's going to light all the way up. And so one child walking around with a glow stick thinking it's the best it could be. Other child breaks it and now it glows in the dark and it's what it was meant to be. And a lot of times you're lost because you are thinking you are what you were meant to be. You are functioning. But when you get broken, this is when you become elevated. This is when you are divine. This is when you are beyond functioning. This is when you are elevating. I am functioning and I am growing, and I cannot be afraid of the break to grow. Now I have to go inside. What is keeping you in that relationship? What is making you resort to those drugs? Go into that. You in the AAA meeting about whatever the meeting is about the drug, but you're not going to nobody about being touched as a child. You're not talking to anybody about missing people you can't talk to anymore. You're not going to get help about what is your majesty is in the tragedy. Go back. My Bessie reminded me the other day, we always say this. You are not, I always say, you don't serve a cruel creator. Ain't nobody up in here suffering to be suffering. There is a method to the madness, right? There is a method to the madness in your life. And I always tell my sons, the sooner you learn, the sooner you'll leave. Learn the lesson you're trying to get up out of. You're so busy. I told my son, I have a Gemini. Whoo, child, enough said, okay? He says, 19 years old. I told him the other day, I said, this is your problem. When somebody got you in a chokehold, life got you, you got something around your neck, you so busy biting and barking at what got you around the neck instead of taking the thing off your neck. Stop biting and barking at what got you and get yourself up out of it. Put yourself in the best position. Look at what you're actually going through. And so when we get to that place of like, well, where am I going to I have to go back to where am I going to get the best parts of me? Only if you know what I've been through, only if you know who told me something about myself, only if you know what I believe about myself, what I'm giving up on within myself. Ma'am, stop. Like I said, you get to the point where I can remember, as far as my majesty goes, as far as learning about how dope I was, how bright my light shined, I can remember wanting so badly to be like my big sister. Obviously, we are different people, right? But you a little girl. All I know is I see beauty, I see grace, I see power, I see strength. I want that. I want to be that. So what I got to do, how's she write? How does she talk? How does she think? I need to do everything that she does. And I'm missing the beauty that's in me. That's what she did, right? She redirected me to myself. I know you want to walk like this, but how does Harmony walk? I know you want to write like this, but how would Harmony write? I know you want to say it the way I would say it, but how would you say it? Being able to say, like, you thinking that I'm the big deal and there's a big deal inside of you. We're looking outside of ourselves for majesty. We're looking up to social media reality stars. We're looking up to false prophets. We're looking out to the next trending thing to see, like, where is my greatness out there? And the thing is that every great thing you need for this customized journey that you chose is inside of the manual of self. don't have a manual for me. Church doesn't have a manual for me. All we can do is shed light on the manual you have inside of you. Go into your manual. You're denying your manual. You're ignoring your manual. You don't want to read it because it talks about the sexual assault. It talks about the domestic violence. In that manual, but in the manual, it is not just an illumination of what you've been through. It is instruction of how to use. This is the alchemy. If you go into the manual, it's going to say, not only were you hurt, but this is how you're going to save other little girls. Not only did you lose your child, but this is how you're going to stop gun violence in the entire city. Not only, we all are here, like Cherry said, on the backs of people who died for us. When people use the out, and I know there's going to be some religious folk don't like what I'm about to say, right? But for those of us who look at the Bible allegorically, when we talk about when we look about it in stories and lessons of life instead of reality and actual factuals, what we're talking about is sacrifice. When we talk about the story of Jesus Christ, we talk about someone who died for others. And there are versions of you, and there are moments in your life that have died. That child that you can't get back inside yourself, that person, that light that you thought that you lost, there are pieces of that gone for the wholeness of humanity. Pieces of you gone for the wholeness of others. Right now, we're on this podcast because there are pieces of our family that aren't in heaven, for the wholeness of people that are logging in right now that says, I don't know how to get myself back to where I am. I have no clue on how, if you loved somebody and you lost them, that you're supposed to find yourself again. And the thing is that I very much resonate. I've heard it in my prayers and my meditation. Your brothers died for you. You cannot play with this life anymore. You no longer have a light that you can sit on. You no longer have a skill that you can afford to put to the backside. You can't give 8 hours to people when you're supposed, you were brought here to give your entire life to the journey of growth and gracious. You cannot. They won't reach 50. Who will you be at 50? They won't see 60. Who will you be at 60? For every chance they didn't get, you have to double it for yourself and the people coming back behind you. My brothers died so that we stop playing with this life. My brothers died so that the songs don't stay pent up in me and hid up in my phone. So that stories don't get written in journals and slid under a bed. They are not here so that more is. People are not here so that more is here. More life, more understanding, more gift, more gaining, more being, more trying. We do not die with them. We live for them. And then a lot of times when you can't find your majesty is because you died with something that broke off you and went into another realm of existence. When someone came in your bedroom and touched you at night, you died with that child. That wasn't the mission of that. It was for you to take on the light. And now you live and you make sure other women live, and you make sure chastity is respected, and you make sure that women are upheld and uplifted. Being able to find your majesty means that you are able to go into all of the spaces that were meant to break you, and you alchemize them with the beauty and the power within you to build you. What was meant to break me will build me. Because there are people that do not take breaths, stop. I will never miss the opportunity to take a breath. I will never not look outside and pay attention to the stars and the moons and the things of this life that spirits no longer take part in. So they have their own mission and they have their own journey and they're in their own greatness. But you know what I can do? I can taste food. I can feel a kiss. I can laugh hard. I can laugh till I cry. I can release pain from my eyes, and I chose these abilities, and it is time for us to live. Finding your majesty is living like you chose the life that you are in, not that you are a victim, but that you were the visionary. I am not the victim. I was the visionary. I saw what I would be going through, and therefore there must be a tool inside of me for what it is that I am here today. I was trained before I got here. And then I cannot get distracted by disaster. And so now that I am here, I will do what I came here to do. I will be what I came here to be. My majesty is in my tragedy. I will go inside of myself. I will gather all that is left and I will recreate a masterpiece of what comes next. And it wouldn't have come. The Harmonie that turns 40 on February the 6th, 2026 would not be the Harmonie that turns 40 if Majestic did not transition on April 10th, 2025. Because he did, there will be a different Harmonie that wakes up on February the 6th. There will be another version of me. There will be arts. And there's a whole nother path I would have took on the whole hum. But I don't have the privilege of whole hum. I got people that died for me. And that goes to us culturally. That goes to us historically. We got people that hung for us. We got people that burned for us. We got people that were raped for us. So if you think you can sit here and cry over a bill, if you think you're going to sit here and stay quiet in those meetings at work, if you think you're going to sit here and hide up behind what's going on with you, people died for you to live. And not only did they die for you to live, but they died for you to live a life that you chose. And the more we choose, the less that we will lose. So let's not let us keep having lessons to get to who we are. Your majesty is in what is coming up out of you. Let it, find it, seek it. Stop running behind, stop masking and going towards hashtag stop masking, go towards your majesty. Be majestic. Okay, so then now I see New in the chats, but we don't have a question. New done 20. Okay, she about to win everything. All right, she's done 20. I haven't just been putting her up the whole time. We got one more piece and we're gonna get ready to get out of here because we're about to have like a two-hour moment. I've never had that history of a moment of harmony. But again, we had some technical issues coming up, and we have some breakthroughs that are definitely needed. And I might have to start charging this phone in a second. But excuse me. Last question that we're going to address before we get up out of here, unless people bring in actual questions themselves, which we probably don't even have time to answer at this point. But this is what I will say for our giveaways. We have 2 giveaways we're giving today. I saw Big Slim on here. I saw 2,600. Oh, wow. I'm trying to think of everybody I did see up here. I saw a lot of names up here. Member definitely is in the running. The first giveaway we're going to have is, you see how we all sitting up in here in this little chat experience? You are going to win an opportunity, all expense paid, to come and sit with us in real life, eat with us if you live in the DMV area. And by all expense, I mean we're going to pay for your gas, we're going to pay for your meal. Calm down, okay? I'm going to send you something, a little cash.
No hotels on us.
And then I'm going to send you a little,
don't bring no bills.
Then we're going to pay for your lunch. And then here's the thing. If we know you, we're excited. It's just going to be a family reunion, right? If we don't know you, trust and believe we are going to be as safe and as careful as possible. This is Baltimore. The goons will be on site. Okay. Goon squad will be ready. So do not apply if you're trying to try. Okay. Don't come and sit at the dinner if you got some shenanigans. This is Baltimore. We don't want no problems. Okay. But again, so do know we're going to take every safety measure. If you or someone we don't know and you win the prize, you come sit with us. And if you are someone we know, come on, because I think it's going to be new. Come join us. We're going to sit and chop it up even more because we're running out of time.
How about you could just come anyway?
I'm going to send you a book of your choice. Avid reader I am. I'm big into the reading, old school integrative reading, right? Eye to paper, fingers to page.
She was winning free pizza.
Growth and development. I hear a lot of, I can't hear, I see stuff, right? I don't know what y'all doing. I just see giggles. Okay, so reading, you're going to DM me a book of your choice, a inspirational, motivational life book of your choice. DM me your Amazon link. I am going to pay for that book for you and get it mailed to your house. And so you are an exchanger right now, you all up in the mix, you definitely will be in the running to win a lunch with the ladies of Majestic and a motivational book of your choice. With that being said, we're going to close out with this third question. New is going off in the chat. She's saying, Mike, I'm trying to see if I can get her in. Oh, I don't know. There we go. She's on now. Okay. Now, Finally, we're going to close out with this last question. And this last question is more of a fill in the blank. This is how we're going to close out today. Thank you for joining me for my 200th moment. Thank you for always celebrating moments with me. Thank you for being a part of my brother's story, their love, their life, their legacy. And this is again one of those videos that will go down in history with the women of Majestic coming up and doing great things together. So we're going to close out with this, my loves. Because of Majestic, ... Okay. ... Because of Majestic, ... That's where we're going to go ahead and close out this moment. I'm going to go back on mute because for those just tuning in, I cannot hear a thing. The day is trying to play me. The week is trying to play with me, but that's cool. They all can hear each other. And so I've been muting so that I can watch with y'all, listen to them, come back in, and then a little bit of a delay, but we're all being graceful. Anybody want to take that because of Majestic first? Anybody want to do that? Anybody want to take that first? Or we still thinking? We're still thinking. Y'all got
Continue
y'all
the
know
order,
y'all gotta give
mother.
me a thumbs
Continue
up
the order. No
or
need
something
to
if
stay
somebody's
out of
gonna.
order, darling.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go.
I don't know.
Wow.
Mother said it first. Is that a mother? Was that mother?
Yes, that's me.
Okay. I'm gonna mute.
All right. Because of Majestic. Whoo, boy. Because of Majestic, I gave birth to a Black king. Because of Majestic, I know what unconditional love is. Because of Majestic, I know what road dog really means. Because of Majestic, I know how hard it is for Black men to survive in this culture. Because of Majestic, I comprehend firsthand strength and fight and warriorism. Because of Majestic, I know what family is. I know what out loud laughter means. Because of Majestic, I know what loss is. Real, true, intimate loss. Because of Majestic, I know what dependency and reliability and no matter what. Because of Majestic. I know what heaven is. I know what determination really is. Because of Majestic. I know how powerful my children are. How amazing y'all are. I really don't feel like I had to say anything today. Y'all are miraculous. Because of Majestic, I have been given gracefully and mercifully 7 absolutely, totally, and completely phenomenal children who have defined their own paths, who have carved their own way, collectively and individually. I know what laughter is. I mean, oh my God. I know what beauty is. I know what fashion is. I know what love is. I know what soul is. Because of Majestic, I know what soul is. If it is true, what Harmonie says, that we are so determined to get here, that we choose this life, then I am humbled and I'm grateful and I'm blessed that because of Majestic, I am his mother and I am yours mother. And I feel like if I never say another word in this life, y'all do some hella representation. Like, oh my God, today, I see Majestic in all of us, in every single one of us. I see it in everyone we come in contact with, everyone we love, everyone we trust. I see the beauty. I see his charisma because of Majestic. I see the other half of heavenly being eternal because of Majestic. I see, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I see love everlasting. I see creativity. I see fearlessness, even in confusion, even in pain. Courageous, courage. I see fearlessness. Um, I see love. I see love. And I see because of his journey, his struggles, his traumas, his victories, his everything, the blessing in the lesson of him are the rest of you. None of us would be who we are without his presence, without his life, without his light. I am forever grateful. I am absolutely forever humbled. I miss him more than words can say. But I hear him. I hear him constantly. And all of y'all's laughter. Because of y'all, I had Majestic. I had the Majestic that I had. And I have. And I will eternally have. Because of Majestic, I know God is real. I know love is real. It's not always perfect, but God is real. And it makes me unable to settle for anything less. It makes me unable. I love you all so much. Y'all are so amazing. I didn't have to say anything today. I really didn't. If I never speak again, I am humbled. And if it is true that you chose this life, and for whatever reason, only God knows you chose me as a mother, I am humbled. I am humbled. I am humbled. I know our way has been hard, but you are the, oh boy, through the fire.
Okay,
Have
yes, thank you
as a
so
mother.
much. Oh, mother still.
Have
Okay,
the courage.
so I just want to tap in really quickly because the stream
Go
might
ahead.
go out
I'm
at two
done.
hours. I'm not
I'm
sure. I
done.
don't even know how this works. I've never
I'm
gone
done.
this long. If it goes out, this is just going to be the go
I'm done.
out, right? Thank you
I'm
guys for
done.
joining us at a moment of harmony. We'll give you a smooth and appropriate send out on the next moment. Y'all know how I normally go out. Might not go out that well. I am going to let us have our last words before we do go out, as much of it as we can. Thank you to all of our viewers so far. Our winners are going to be Neonu for the sit down lunch. It's going to be Big Slim for the book of his choice. These have been the most interactive moment exchangers today. So I cannot wait to get your gifts out to you. Thank you again
Mother's
for
still gonna
joining us
bring
for
Slim when we go
200th
to lunch anyway.
Majestic
I don't know why.
Moment. We're going to go ahead and let Have close out, then Cherish, then myself, and we'll be out of here for
Mother
200
used all
moments
the
of harmony.
words.
She did that on purpose. So
Mother
good luck.
used all the words.
No, I'm
She
done. I'm
She
done.
used all the words. I even heard her say joust. Like, why would you say joust? Where in the dictionary, where in the sentence would the word joust be appropriate in 2025? Because of Majestic Joust, I heard that. I know I wasn't the only one. Listeners, you chime in and let us know. My brother, outside of my mother, was the longest living person that I'm aware of, like that I was mentally aware of as a child or a baby. Like I'm aware of my mother, my grandmother, but someone that came after me, like right there, like throwing our toys out of the window. I remember when we took granddaddy's car while mother was in Georgia. We was making grandma believe that mother was coming back to get granddaddy's car, but we was joyriding every night. And every time I would ride past the mailbox, he would lose his beat. Okay. And every time I ride past the mailbox now, I can still hear him scream because he did it well into his 30s and 40s. Like it never stopped. So it's because of Majestic, I know love and pain are real. And I'm also very aware that they're a part of life. And everything is about balance. And I remember telling him once that, it was just a lot of stuff going on in both of our lives. And I was like, boy, the blessings behind this, they got to be equal. You know what I mean? Oh, we about to be, and we just had this whole like delusional moment that everything was, but it was real, but it was just cracking up off of things that we said were coming because, oh, the flat tire. Oh, well, I got to get this, just absolute joy, just joy and pain and the appreciation for them both. Because even in pain, it could have been worse. You know what I mean? I could have lost all my siblings. So that could be worse. And in any moment of tragedy and pain, it is always that perspective for me. It could have been worse. Somebody else really did have it worse. And that's the grace for the situation I choose to give based on the perspective, because it could have been worse. And nothing happens for me I'm not built for. And I have to remember that, because I can't imagine the first person that I laughed so hard, that slob and tears and all kinds of fluids just coming from everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, we were in onesies and diapers the first time I remembered. I don't know what we were laughing at, but he just had this slob coming and he was falling on me and the slob was getting on me and I was trying to push him and, just it's I hold on to it because it's still there. He's still there. Yeah. It's hard looking at his son. Because of Majestic, I am an aunt. That was a weird feeling. Because I'd only had the siblings and my babies. And yeah.
You're doing good, sissy. You're doing good, baby. Doing good. Doing good.
Because of him, I will make a difference. Because of Majestic, I will absolutely continue to make a difference.
Okay. You did good, baby. You did good. Take a moment.
You did amazing.
You did good. You did good. It's okay. That's right. Be transparent. That's okay, baby. It's okay. You're making him and us so very proud for standing in your truth, sissy. You're doing a good job, baby.
Yes, definitely. Thank y'all so very much. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sir. So I see your mouth. I wasn't sure.
Okay. I was saying because of Majestic.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Because of Majestic, I'm a forever be boop, because of Majestic. And because of Majestic, I will forever, like forever, ever love Jodeci, okay? Because love you is all that I have to do. Yeah. I don't want to do anything else.
Oh my God. I just
If
heard
I
those.
didn't hear that a million times
You,
on replay, it's because of
don't make it up.
Majestic.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because of Majestic, I love the 90s. Because of Majestic, I felt unconditional love from a Black man in this lifetime because of Majestic. That is my only big brother. Me and Harmonie's only big brother. We have a lot of little brothers, but we only have one big brother. And I'm so grateful to God, like, he didn't overstep that authority. He did not, he was a brother. So yes, he made us
Was a
fight like
brother.
pit bulls, right? He did stupid boy stuff, right? But he didn't do heinous crimes and sexual assaults or anything that was like debilitating or demoralizing in that sense. He was just a boy. And I'm so grateful for that protection because he never abused his authority as a big brother. And I'm grateful because I didn't have my father in my life as I should have. He literally was a father figure, a brother figure, a cousin figure, a school figure, a discipline figure, he didn't always understand how big his role was, but I'm just so grateful because of Majestic had a heart as big as the sun that it was never taken for granted, right? So because of Majestic, I and understand unconditional love from a Black man that can love me without any conditions, no strings attached, no quid pro quo, this for that. It is simply, I love you because you are more than enough. Okay, I'm done, sissy. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Okay, I just saw your thumb. I just saw a thumb go up. I don't know if it's gonna go out at 2 hours. I'm gonna try to move quick, but I feel like it's gonna be 2 hours now. But I'm watching
Okay, we're
live and it looks
good.
like we're still on at 2 hours. So I'm just going to see what happens here. Watch what happens live. Okay. Definitely just want to thank you all for coming on. Your heart, your raw, your emotions. Definitely for anybody that got on the live today to just want to be in a better place, to just need an example of strong, powerful beauty in the face of all things crumbling down around them, to know what real phoenixes look like that rise from ashes with fresh made lashes, so just being able to have us all be here today is a super duper honor to me. I am so grateful. I'm always loving to put all of my beautiful family on display and where I've come from and what I'm made of. So thank y'all for being a part of a moment of harmony. I'll see you ladies at 300 moments, and you all better be here at 300 moments. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Don't play with me. Don't play like
Live your
that.
life. Stay together. Take your vitamins. Eat good. Work out. And be
Harmony,
alive at
Heavenly, don't
300
watch that
moments.
movie without
I
me.
can't hear you, mother. I
I
can't
was,
hear what you're saying. I just
You
see
said
all
Heavenly,
you
this.
don't watch it?
Yeah, she's talking to
Okay.
don't
heaven.
watch that movie without
As I
me.
get out, what I
Okay.
will, I still hear a lot of. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Y'all know I don't know what's happening. Okay. When I get out of here, when it
And we're
comes to
taking
as it
full
pertains
advantage.
to, and when I say because of Majestic, I want all of my exchangers to understand what I'm saying is we are talking specifically about a relative in our family that just recently transitioned. But there are a number of reasons, there are a number of things in your personal life that you no longer have access to, or so you think, that you no longer consider, and whether you don't live where you used to live, you're not married to who you used to be married to, you don't belong to where you used to belong, whatever. There are a lot of things that did exist that don't exist. And because they did exist, you are a different person. And that's what this question means. And that's what that reflection is for you personally. Because of it, who are you now? And where are you going? And that's the whole point of this. Now, like it was said here, Majestic is my big brother. I only have one. I have one biological big brother, and he was a rock star, right? We were all Victory made 7 rock stars, right? All she made is trophies. Big rock stars. And I learned about my rock star from watching his rock star, right? By watching him rock out, that's how I learned how rocking out looked like. showmanship, stage presence. I really feel like I'm the ish, and that came from my brother. Like, that's how that got here. Okay, for everybody that feel like, I can't be touched, it came from that. I watched the biggest head on the stage, and he put his money where his mouth was, and he worked hard. I never seen somebody work so hard to master a craft. A lot of things come very naturally to talented and gifted people. Not only did my brother have natural talent, but he worked to be the master. And he taught me that no matter how good you are, never stop unless you master. So you know it inside and out. Unless you are it inside and out, you need to be able to spit on a dime. You need to be able to talk. As a matter of fact, people don't even need this how Jesse was. We don't even need to hear your real voice. I heard him sing more than I heard him talk. Okay. And I'm saying, because you are who you say, be who you say you are.
Let me say something when you get done.
Because of my brother, I love in real life. I don't wait to love people when they're in real time. That's what I'll say. I love in real time. I don't wait till people are who they are supposed to be. I don't wait till people get their stuff till they get out of a season. I don't wait until people talk or speak or do something the way I want them. I love in real time. My love is not transactional. I don't put it on layaway, and I don't play with it. It is a real thing. And I understand that the need of love. People need love. It's not about giving love to people who deserve it. There are people out here who live off of love, and we all do. But my brother was one of those people that literally woke up looking for love in a pocket of life at any moment. Giving love is free. There are people that are staying here an extra day because of the love you give. They're staying awake. They have another dream. They get up and they chase their dream again. They try again. They shake it off again because of love that you sown into them. So I sow love regularly, freely, without holding back, because I don't know what is giving to someone to keep them here longer, to make them believe in themselves, to make them see themselves again. Jesse taught me to love in real time. It taught me that love is forgiveness, that love is patient, all of the things that we already talk about with love, but I was able to see it in real life because of my big brother. So having him in my life definitely helped, also because of Majestic, and this goes the Victorious too, because I just put them all together at some point. And it has heavy as this necklace. I'm thinking about pouring them in the same capsule in a minute. But
they don't sleep in the same bed.
What I've learned because of them, I
in the same room.
I don't know which I don't know what y'all saying. I see giggles. Because of my brothers, though, I will not sleep on this life. I know that this life won't get slept on. When I get desensitized, when I get sidetracked, when I get exhausted, which is often, I've learned, like, you will not sleep on this life, because the people that sat still in our family, or the people that are quiet in our family, or the people that just wait in our family, those aren't the people that left. The people that left this family are the people that lived this life completely, from every single day. They went through every emotion. They did every single thing in their power. They were live, wired, and active. And it is noticed when a live, active wire is quiet. And so my thing is, I need to not ever let their wire be quiet. I need to not ever let that spark be silent. The same spark that was felt when Majestic walked in a room, and needs to walk in the room with me. The same joy and enthusiasm and optimism that came to gatherings with Victorious need to come to gatherings with me. Again, because of them, I learned and I understand what life looks like, what life feels like. When you see somebody that lived life so much in a casket, in a space where they are no longer alive, you never thought you could see what the lights look like turned off. When you see it turn off, you never want that light to go off in your light. My light is brighter, it is bigger, it is more majestic, it is more victorious, because my brothers were, because Majestic was, because they are, because they made us do this today on 10/26, and because they helped me work it out. Thank y'all. They helped us work it out. So thank you, everyone, for joining us for this extremely long moment of harmony. But it was a moment in the making. It is momentous. It is meant to be. And I hope you came here and found a piece of yourself and put it back. What was the song I was thinking? Look into your pain and find your praise. That came to me while y'all were talking. That's another Marvin Sapp song, right? I hope you came here and got what you needed, and you seen how we just went ahead and made lemonade. Okay.
Out
We
the
ain't
door.
Beyonce, but we made some
You out the
lemonade. All
doors.
right.
I know.
I love you all so much. Thank you to my winners. I cannot wait to have lunch with you, send you out your book, and talk to you about your book. Thank y'all for showing up. We were supposed to go live yesterday, so I know we won't have a whole bunch of live viewers. But when people watch this on a playback and they see that it's available in the queue, thank you for watching in the playback, giving your like, shares, and subscriptions. Go on and take really, really good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. The day is holding whatever you are willing to give it. Okay. And it sounds all great and gracious. Trust me, I know. But I promise you that if you find great things in yourself to give to yourself, it comes out into your day. Go ahead and take really good care of yourself, first and foremost. Okay. And then after you've done all you can for your very own beautiful own self, go on out your way and take real good care of someone else. Because look at the family. This is what happens when we all take good care of each other. We live forever. Look at us drinking out the fountain of youth or whatever. So take really good care of someone else. I love you all so much. Thank you for thugging it out on a moment of harmony. I will see you next week for another moment.
Bye, guys.
Bye. We gotta meet up next time for this, for the 300th. Like this.